Hello, welcome to the video. Today we're talking about John Stones and why I just think he's unreal. And as the thumbnail says, and the title of this video, Pep Guardiola has made a monster in John Stones. And he really has. And I'm here to talk about it all. He's been a bit unfortunate of injuries this season, and recording this, he's also injured for Arsenal, so that backs it up a bit more. Other than being made of biscuits though, he's absolutely unreal, and I'm going to, not that you guys don't already know, but I'm going to further prove my point in this. Most of these are based off this season, as it says at the bottom, apart from the bottom one that's purely based off the Champions League final, which is arguably John Stones' best ever performance, and we're going to talk about it. But starting off 29 years old, so in his prime, these are his years of just playing his absolute best football, and that's been evident recently with how he's played for City. Whenever he's played, he's looked solid, and he's a key part of the team when he does play, because he's the only one that can really do what he does to the level that he does. So, John Stones, he's unreal, and at 29, he's still got a few years left, at least 3 more years playing at the top level. But anyway, going on to clean sheets, he's only got 4 this season, but again, he's had a lot of injuries, been a bit unfortunate, and has really struggled in terms of getting a run of games. Whenever he has gotten a run of games, he just somehow gets a little injury here and there, and sometimes you don't even hear about it. And, against Belgium, he got subbed off, so 10 minutes in, and he's definitely out for Arsenal, it seems. 9 interceptions this season, pretty decent, to be fair. These aren't the main statistics, I'm just giving you a couple. But again, these are all based off Premier League as well, by the way. So he has had more in other comps, but just based off the Prem. He's had 9 interceptions, so not awful. But anyway, we're going to get on to some of the bigger ones now, bigger statistics. Guardiola'S 21 out of 39 won, which isn't awful, considering the role he plays. Of course, you'd probably like a little bit more, but again, this isn't like his main area for me. Obviously, it's a big area because he is a defender, even if he has been playing a bit more of a DM role recently. He is, of course, a centre-back as well, so his defensive stats have to be decent in order for him to, be able to be in the team. But I don't think, he's winning over half of his ground duels, which is what you like to see, really. And it's the main thing. At least he's winning more than he is losing them. Apologies for my face, by the way. It's the green screen and all that. I'll turn down the camera now. Just a little bit, just to try and not make my face like that, but there you go. Now, 20 clearances, really good. I've got to say, John Stones, whenever it does come to clearances, if in doubt, kick it out. That's usually what he does. He just boots it away, whether it goes out of play or it goes up to Erling, or just anyone. That he does tend to do that when tensions are high. He's pretty good at that. And, it's one reason why I think John Stones is really good. Because some players will try pass out of the box, which isn't bad if you can do it, but if you mess up, then, you're in trouble. And John Stones does do that, I'd like to say. But just not as much as certain other players do, I feel. I feel like I see that a bit with Kyle Walker from time to time and other players. Not that they don't clear it, but you get what I'm saying. Now then, 7 shots blocked, that's 7 potential goals. He stopped. Obviously, I'm not saying they would have all gone in, but he's, that's 7 more goals that could have gone in if he wasn't there. It's good stuff that he was there and all that, and it sometimes just seems to be a right place, right time kind of guy. Sometimes it's been unlucky for certain players this season. Nathan Ake comes to mind. Arsenal 1-0, funnily enough, who were playing this season. Right at the end of the game, Martinelli shot from the edge of the box, deflects off Ake, and there's nothing he can do about it. Neither Edison or Ake, and it just goes in. It's just unfortunate. But John Stones, I don't think he has had a moment like that. Just seems to be right place, right time for Stones. And, I think we're all thankful for that. And we don't need any more deflected goals this season. I've seen so many deflected goals for and against City this season. It's actually kind of crazy. But, yeah, like I say, I don't think John Stones has been the key of all of them. Penalties given away, none. Always good to know. Shows a bit of discipline. Shows that, he can put his foot in at the right time. Sometimes I see unbelievable tackles. One that comes to mind is actually really annoying. John Stones versus Everton on Beto. Really good challenge, even though it was offside, and even though he got himself injured, it was a really good challenge to deny Beto going in one-on-one. And it sadly made John Stones go injured, which is why I really think that rule was annoying. But yeah, it just shows that, in the box when it counts, he just gets the right challenge. I actually don't remember when he last gave away a pen, if you want the truth. He's been really, really good keeping those out. Only been dribbled past it 3 times. I know Virgil van Dijk gets, I think he had a stat once where he didn't get dribbled past at all, and if he did, it was once. So, but that is Virgil van Dijk, and defending is his whole thing. This isn't John Stones' main thing, but 3 times anyway, that's still pretty good. Defenders still do have a hard time with him, and I know that is based off the few games he has played, but still really, really good. Now then, successful passes. This is the big one. This is why I think John Stones... This is partly the reason why I think John Stones is just like a monster. And, Pep has just created an absolute beast in him. 642 passes completed out of 690. Unreal statistic. 93% accuracy. You might be thinking, oh, well, he misplaced 48 of them, but... he hit all of the other ones, even if they were side to side, or even if he's pinging them up the pitch. The fact that he's not making too many of those mistakes it's just what we need, really. It really, really is. It's just big, big stuff for the Blues. And there's no one else, I don't feel... He's our best ball-playing centre-back. He's probably the best ball-playing centre-back in the league, if you want the truth. He's just unreal in terms of knocking the ball about. So much composure on the ball as well. Sure, he makes a slip-up from time to time, like every defender does, but, when he's having an A game and there's no one that's going to get past him, he's just unreal, and his passing, sometimes it feels like you're watching KDB passes at times. Obviously not, KDB does passes where he pings them across the pitch and has an unreal curve on them, and no one can do that, but just the way he passes it. Is unreal, John Stones, and we are a bit of a completely different team without him, because of course Akanji can do what he does, but not how John Stones does it. I feel a lot more confident John Stones doing that centre-back DM role than I do Akanji, and that's no disrespect to Akanji, it's just John Stones' first choice, isn't it? But I just want to have a look at this game again. Champions League final, a game which I hadn't covered on this channel because the channel wasn't up. I wish it was though. But 6 out of 6 dribbles completed. Insane stat for a player that plays his position. He was so good that game. He didn't get man of the match, probably because of Rodri getting the goal. But he was absolutely unreal. He probably should have had man of the match in terms of performance over the 90. Rodri even said that game that he was really bad. I don't think he was really bad, but I just think John Stones was that good, and he just unreal. John Stones that game didn't put a foot wrong, I felt, and got the clean sheet and dribbles. The 6 successful dribbles is crazy, and you might think, oh, only 6. 6 out of 6 is crazy. Not even getting tackled once. It's wild, and that means you just drive up the pitch, play the ball, suddenly we're in an attack. Drive up the pitch, play the ball, he's created 6 attacks potentially there. alone. And for all we know, one of those actually ended up being the goal. I'd have to watch it all back to actually see. But he is just a beast. When I said it a bit ago. When he's on his A game, he's unplayable, and I truly think he is. And I'm actually going to say this now. Moving away from the statistics, I don't think you're going to see a centre-back. No, there is no centre-back like John Stones, is what I'm going to say. No one as good as what he does, and at the level he does it. There's obviously decent players at the ball, passers at the ball in terms of defenders. I know Martinez is decent at United, and I'm sure, off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. And I'm sure there's more out there in terms of ball-playing centre-backs. I'm sure that there's a lot of centre-backs that can play the ball well. But in terms of doing that DM role, it's unreal how simultaneously he does it. Last season, he kind of went into it like it was just his position. It was crazy to watch, but he did it. And we've been a different team since, and when he's not in the team, we're a different team then too. Absolutely crazy, John Stones. Everything he does is just, it's just beautiful, and that's why I think Guardiola has made a monster, because there's no one in the world right now, I don't feel, unless it's some random fella across the world that no one knows about, who could do what John Stones does. No one have known, okay? And no doubt there are people that can do similar stuff, but no one can do to the level that he does. I'm very confident on that, and I think John Stones, I don't think he'll be put in this conversation, but I actually think he'll retire one of the best centre-backs the Premier League will ever see because of this, but I actually don't think people will talk about him that way. I know a lot of people regard John Stones as a great talent and all that, and really, really good at what he does, and one of the best centre-backs in the league, and at least the best centre-back for England by a country mile. But I don't think people look at him in the way I just said, and I think he should. Let me know what you think about John Stones, because I think he's unreal. Do you agree, or do you think he's just a bit average? I gotta say, I completely disagree if you do. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Only a short one. Feel free to like and subscribe. Really would appreciate it. Massive game on Sunday. Make sure to be there. See you all next time.